DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, I am Win Peñano with today's DFA Online. ASEAN foreign ministers have expressed serious concern over the renewed hostilities between Iran and the United States in the Middle East. In a joint statement issued during the 59th ASEAN foreign ministers meeting in Manila, the ministers called on both sides to exercise maximum restraint and avoid actions that could further escalate the conflict. Foreign Affairs Secretary Maria Teresa Lazaro said the situation was so urgent that ASEAN decided to immediately release a joint statement. The only document during the meeting focused on a geopolitical issue. The ministers also urged the protection of maritime safety in the Strait of Hormuz, called for an immediate end to hostilities, and stressed the importance of resolving the conflict through dialogue, diplomacy, and the respect for international law.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
In our news, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, has welcomed Turkey, Germany, and Qatar as its newest external partners. At the close of the 59th ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting in Manila, Foreign Affairs Secretary Maria Teresa Lazaro announced that Turkey has been elevated as ASEAN's 12th dialogue partner, while Germany and Qatar have been admitted as sectoral dialogue partners. Lazaro said the move reflects the continued confidence of ASEAN's partners and supports the goals of the ASEAN Community Vision 2045. She added that Germany was recognized for its strong contribution to ASEAN community building, while Qatar's elevation acknowledges its growing cooperation with the regional bloc in diplomacy, development, and humanitarian assistance.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
The Philippines has raised before Southeast Asian foreign ministers the recent maritime incident near Ayungin Shoal that left a Philippine Navy sailor injured during an encounter with the China Coast Guard. Foreign Affairs Secretary Maria Teresa Lazaro said she brought up the issue during the ASEAN foreign ministers' retreat in Pasay City, but noted that fellow ministers did not comment as discussions between the concerned parties are still ongoing. The armed forces of the Philippines earlier reported that Chinese Coast Guard personnel struck a Filipino sailor with a wooden baton while Philippine troops were carrying out a lawful mission near the BRP Sierra Madre. Lazaro said many ASEAN foreign ministers instead focused on the ongoing negotiations for a code of conduct in the South China Sea. Meanwhile, the United States, Japan, and the European Union have expressed support for the Philippines, condemning China's actions and calling for respect for international law and regional stability.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
The Philippines and New Zealand have formally elevated their ties to a comprehensive partnership, paving the way for expanded cooperation in trade, security, education, and clean energy. The agreement was announced by New Zealand Foreign Minister Winston Peters and Foreign Affairs Secretary Maria Teresa Lazaro on the sidelines of the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meetings in Pasay City. The new partnership roadmap focuses on political engagement, defense and maritime cooperation, trade and economic ties, and stronger people-to-people exchanges. Both countries also aim to increase two-way trade by 50% by 2030 and boost cooperation in agriculture and climate initiatives. The two officials also signed agreements on education and geothermal energy, further strengthening the 60-year diplomatic relationship between the Philippines and New Zealand.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
And that wraps up today's DFA Online. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, I am Win Peñano. Good day.
DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.